getters and setters these days. So I wonder if there's a helper function or some alternative in Godot. And then here we return the subtraction. Okay, let's have a look. Godot automatic set get. Okay. I mean, this is kind of cool. Like, it's probably better long term to use this strategy anyway. So I especially in our data model. So I'm not fussed too much about it. Okay, we may as well just do a little tiny test for our collision result. So let's copy and paste that. Collision result. Okay, so we don't need the tail state, and we can just say here the collision result, right? And then here we just create it. In fact, I wonder if in the other test it makes sense. Nah, it's fine. I was thinking to create the collision result. Okay. So what do we care about? So we'll say setting and getting addition, right? Cool. And we can just say collision result dot set. Nope. dot set addition, and we'll say ABC. See, that's quite interesting. We could probably make that case insensitive in the future if we keep making mistakes here. Okay, and now we're just going to assert equal that the addition is going to be ABC. It's all very, very simple, but as we add functionality, it's probably nice to just have this most fundamental functionality of our data model tested, just so we know if something breaks at a low level. We don't, because sometimes what happens, right, is something breaks at a low level and then your head is so stuck at the higher level that, and you go crazy trying to debug the higher level, and you're like, oh no, it's just that helper function was broken, right? Because as you go up levels of abstraction, you know, problems in the code become more expensive. Because there's so much more to reason about. Okay, so okay. All right, we have
success.
I find it disappointing that she says success when there's obviously an error. Okay, so test update with collision result, invalidating that set content. Test tail state 25. Okay, what's happening on 25? Okay, so that should be get content, right? And in fact, all of these need to start using their getters and setters, don't they? Okay, and that's going to be set addition. Okay, and that's going to be get contents and get contents cool. So now when she says success, I actually believe her. Cool. All right. So you know what? I'm just going to commit there. Okay. So what changes do we make? So we added a couple of tests. And we'll say added tests for data model. Cool. So now that we've got our hands dirty with the tests, what I want to do is do something more. So I just wanted to start the stream with a small step, you know. And then going on to something a little more involved. Okay, so we know that our data model is actually correct here. We're not entirely, we're not 100% sure, but we've got some tests to back ourselves up, so stuff you. Now the thing we were struggling with before, was I think this handle collision thing. So I thought a little bit more about this problem while I was gone and cooling down. I think it's still about 26 degrees because I'm still sweating. It's nearly 11 p.m. in the evening, and I've got every window in the house open, and I'm still sweating beads. I live in Britain. We're not supposed to get hot weather. I didn't sign up for this. Okay. So our output is now working again. Parent node is busy setting up children and add node failed. Aha, yeah, we're supposed, that makes perfect sense. I knew how to do that, and yet I forgot. Okay, so that's really not, yeah, okay. So I guess what we want to do, let me think. So in our tests, I think we actually go through this branch already. I'm here, my dude.
Success.
Okay, no, so we're not quite. I don't know what we're testing in the player. Let's have a look. So when we test handle collision, we create a collision that's a double of a kinematic collision 2D. We create one of those bubbles, and we say we stub the get collider method on the collision to return the bubble, and then we say player.handle collision. And I guess what we want is to stub the collider. So what we want to do is we want to stub the bubble dot Oops. Let's bring this test down here. On collide with player, right? Okay, that's to return a collision result. So I don't know if we've got the collision result loaded. I don't think, no, we don't. Okay, so let's import our types. Whoa, what happened there? Collision result, right? And we got to name that appropriately. Okay, so we're going to load our collision result class, and then here in our test we can actually just say that our var collision result is equal to a double of collision result dot new, right? And that's not a dubé, it's supposed to be a double. Okay, and then what we do is say we stub that to return our collision result, right? And we can, I wonder if we can do this, collision result dot set addition A, and then if the bubble returns the collision result, then what we assert so the player has a chain, right? And what we really want to do is call deferred yeah, of course, that makes so much sense. I should have known that. So like we can't add a child in the ready function like synchronously because this node hasn't finished, I guess, being added to the tree. Okay, so now do we get here, my dude? Whoa, no, we get something else. Lots of orphans. Oh, we do get here, my dude. Erase and touch count. Okay. Tail state 17. I think we just need to do some cleanup at the end of this. I'm not too sure. Third type in function arrays in base string cannot convert argument 2 from nil to integer. Tail state 17. Yeah, my mouse just randomly started not working. Okay. So the collision result subtraction. Okay, let's just see how you do constructors in Go. Okay. Oh, that looks like a nice little article. That's really cool. I'm gonna save that for later. Just